9:31. Guess we can call the meeting to order. We can stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, start. Item 3, roll call. Bob, you want to start us?
Bacon present.
Savji Chowdhury, present.
Big present.
Zalid present.
Keekwan present.
Milky present.
Myers present.
Being a quorum is present, we'll move on to item 4, approval of tonight's agenda. How does that look?
Motion to approve.
Support.
Got a motion by Bars, support by Bacon. To approve tonight's agenda. Hearing no questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. The agenda is approved. Going on to agenda item number 5. Approval of minutes from April 21st. How those look?
Move that we approve the minutes as presented, the April 21st meeting.
I'll support that motion.
We got a motion by Salad, support by Fig. Tonight's meeting minutes. Hearing no comments or questions. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. And the minutes are approved. Going on to agenda item number 6. Public comment. Nobody in the stand? Anybody online?
Yeah.
No? No public present. We'll move on to item 7. Middle Michigan Development Corporation.
Yeah.
Katie here?
I have not heard from Katie today that she had a problem, but she is not here at the moment, so I would say we should move on and
Move on. She comes in, we'll pick it up. Sounds good.
Must not need any money then.
Let's see, item 8, reports. So we got 8A, accounts payable. What we got there? Closing.
Good evening.
Hello.
Evening.
So I don't have too much to report as far as for the financials this meeting. You'll notice there's a couple items on the payables as far as for lawn maintenance and fertilizer and crabgrass control. Just means the weather's getting a little bit nicer. Page 2 of that distribution report will split out the east payables versus the west, so you'll see total numbers for each of those there. The only other thing I wanted to make comment on, every time I look at the revenue and expenditure report, I instantly go to the interest earned line in the revenues. And I mentioned that there, it's nice to see that climb each month. We have been in the finance office looking at our investment policy, and we are bringing that, an updated or a revised investment policy to the board at their next meeting on the 27th of May. And we're basically just looking to revise our investment policy so that we can diversify funds, how we're investing, where we're investing. And so I think we'll see that interest column there start to climb even more in the future. So I just wanted to make note of that. We're looking at some other policies as well, but that's one of the ones that kind of stands out to me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Would the column then, is it interest like interest income, or would it be investment income? Would you split it, or is it all total together?
It's all totaled together. So right now, our investments, most of them are in CDs or like a sweep accounts, things of that nature. We're just looking to kind of diversify and not have everything pooled at one financial institution or just a couple. good investment policy is trying to diversify funds in multiple investment platforms. So we're looking at just kind of revamping what we've had in the past and updating those policies so that we can get a little bit more return on our investments. So really, those are the big things I wanted to mention. As far as your balance sheets, all of that looks pretty similar to previous months. It just, your amounts will change obviously for your revenues and your expenditures for payables. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Would we be sacrificing liquidity?
No, so right now, and this will depend on what the board approves, but we're looking at investment accounts where we have, liquid assets, where we can pull funds when we need to, so that it doesn't affect our operations or anything of that nature. It's similar, some of the platforms we're looking at would be similar to like sweep accounts where you can pull funds right back into your operational accounts to be able to utilize them same day, so.
Yeah, I appreciate the question, because I was briefed on this, and my impression, but I didn't ask the question, was that we'd actually be more liquid,
Yeah.
because the CDs are longer
Yeah.
term.
Yeah, what we're looking at right now, they have the option to be able to pull
Yeah.
funds same
Right.
day if you want to, versus like our CDs, you have to wait for your
Right.
maturity dates.
With higher interest bearing.
Yeah,
Very good.
great question.
So let's jump back to the payables, just for the record, maybe like we
Oh.
traditionally do a motion.
Yep. So make the motion to approve the payables as presented.
Support.
We got a motion by Zaled, support by Milky, to approve tonight's east and west payables. Hearing no more questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. And the payables are approved. And also let the record show the financials were presented, received, and filed. Yeah, we're sitting like 2 million and 3 million.
3 million.
Yes, they
Yeah.
better do something.
That interest better be piling up.
And also in your packet, starting on page 12, you'll see the board member matrix for your review. And on 8C, looks like we have a Community and Economic Development Monthly Report. It's a nice summary
Yeah.
of activity.
The Board of Trustees been getting that report and other departments as well for some time.
Yeah.
And that's always my favorite report, because you see so much what's going on.
Yes, you really do. Appreciation for what goes on between meetings. Interesting stuff.
Questions or comments on that monthly report? Well, let's let the record show. Monthly was handed out for review. And looks like moving on 9, looks like we're ready for election of officers. Couple ways to do this. You can open the floor up for nominations, do a hand count or a secret ballot.
I'm not sure anybody's
Or-
interested in pulling a coup, so I'll
Hand
make
count
it real
sounds good.
short and sweet and move to renominate the current leadership for chair and vice chair for the upcoming year.
Yeah, I second it.
I think Bars beat you. Any discussion? You okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
Thank you for
I'm okay.
being willing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very appreciative of you.
Appreciate your service.
All right, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. And motion is approved. Going on item 10, pending business.
I'm gonna skip over
Everything
that.
there?
9B.
Oh, attendance, yeah. I'm spanking you guys.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
What it looks like.
No, we just, after a couple discussions with the staff, I think we should be able to do a better job at communicating our trips, especially in the wintertime. Because I feel bad, these guys do all the work, 3 or 4 of us show up, then we don't have a quorum.
Yeah.
So, and I was lucky the public's not here or online. We look like a bunch of idiots.
No, agreed.
But the letter's pretty much self-explaining. But maybe next winter, we can work on that.
We pretty much know that in March, some of us are gone. Jim's
Yeah.
gone. And do you have to schedule one every month? Does it have to be, is it required to have
We-
a monthly meeting?
If you have a month where we know that we're not going to have a quorum, we simply can avoid scheduling one for that month. But it is important to have a full board here. It's hardy when we just have enough of a quorum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're not really getting the full discussion. We've had some topics where we were discussing some very tough topics, and we're doing it with a minimum quorum, and that's not the best approach.
Mhm. That's understood.
Agreed.
But it certainly is, in the fall, when we're looking at the schedule, I think that'd be a good time to look at your calendars, and we can make some decisions.
Alan?
Just a question, I guess. I was thankful the bylaws were part of the packet, so I got to reread those. As far as notifications, I've had to miss sometimes. I try to notify, and I've always notified Amy. Bylaws say I should be notifying the chair and or the director. What is the best channel for operations?
My suggestion would be to notify the chair and copy it Amy. It's
Okay.
best approach.
Yeah, that's kind of, I thought we were doing it.
Well, I've just been notifying
I
Amy.
usually let
If you
Amy know.
notify me, I typically will pass that along to
Yeah.
Tom anyway.
Yep.
And maybe I was doing that partly because Amy is so proactive in trying to get a quorum here. So thank you on that. I know that's a lot of extra work on you.
Anything on filling our vacancy, which would relieve some pressure on people.
Yeah, it would. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't help with full board perspective, but it does help as far as making
Meeting a
quorum.
quorum.
Yeah. No, I've tried. I've approached people within the district. We have one member that is not in the district currently, and I think that's what the bylaws currently allow is one of those.
In the district.
Not for lack of trying.
It is kind of challenging because of the limitations of being a property owner and then being a resident. And both of those options are not real large. So I think it probably is that person's out there, but checking with people and doing it is another thing. But I have talked with a couple people and they didn't qualify. So,
I've talked with neighbors, but I can't find anybody interested, so.
right. I think we
working
keep
on it, though.
asking. I think that'll make a difference. We keep working on it.
Now, I do remind the Board of Trustees, pretty much every meeting that that seat remains vacant, and it's been some time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else on that? So now we can move on to item 10, pending business.
Nothing at this time.
Item 11, director comments.
Just a couple of items, both banner related. You saw in the financials that the Special Olympics banners are up. This is honoring our big Special Olympics summer games that happened here at CMU at just a very short time, a little later this month. We put the banners up last year, and so put them up again this year. For that, we had some folks, I saw some folks out there taking pictures with them. So we have some more, but it's really all about welcoming the athletes and their families here for these events, and also about keeping the Special Olympics here. You'll see a whole lot of other things going on around town related to that, but this is our part of that process. Those banners will stay up until sometime in June, and then we'll switch to the regular summer banners. The other banners that are coming very soon are the festival banners that they're going up on the light poles along Pickard Road. They are ready, and so our Black Electric is scheduling the time to put those up. So you should see those go up very soon, soon, probably within days. So exciting time of the year. It's always fun when we have the warmer weather and the sunshine, and we all have all the color that comes up in the East India district. Flowers and everything else start popping up. So it's a good time to enjoy the area there. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions or anything else you may have.
I have a thought on the irrigation, since it's starting to get to irrigation time. Have we gotten any more feedback from our professional investigator who drew up a proposal of what would be our options as far as irrigation on the corridor was concerned?
Well, we had an estimate, and we have money budgeted to do the portion that was impacted by the roads. Since that time, we had two other projects impact the irrigation on the other side, closer to Somerton. Our own water project impacted that system. And then there was also some other work that was done out there by Consumers Energy, and they dug up a lot of stuff over there near Somerton Road. And so there were some impacts to that system. Frankly, at this point, I'm not completely sure how much impact there was. That system was winterized at the time. We've left it winterized. Our contractor has suggested that it may be best simply to look at redoing the entire system at once, rather than leaving that older portion there at this point. So right now, the irrigation's off. What we have is that was not impacted by the road construction. Really, the question is for you at this point. As I said, we've had an estimate. We have money budgeted, $400,000. If you would like to pursue it, and this was, I think, where we left this last time, the board was divided on whether to even pursue it. And that's why nothing has more been done with it. If you'd like to pursue it, we can certainly put this back on the agenda for discussion. Bring back the information we have, and see if there's a consensus from the board to take this out for bid and have the work done. It's simply a very large expense to do that. And as I said, the last time we had this conversation, the board was divided on whether to even pursue it.
What are we paying right now? Don't we have somebody water the plants?
We do, yes.
But we don't do the green space.
Yeah, we do have a contractor that hand waters the flowers. I don't recall the numbers. I can pull them and have them for you. But it's certainly labor intensive, so it's a pretty high cost. But that cost, I think, has four figures in it, and not six.
Yeah.
We can replace the entire irrigation system.
Yeah. I guess what I would propose is putting it on the agenda at the next meeting and encourage anybody who has a strong feeling about it, yea or nay, show up and let's have a discussion. We need to decide. We paid the architect to draw up some plans, so now it's our job to make a decision up or down. And so, yeah, I guess that would be my thought.
Would there be some purpose in trying to, Rodney brought up the extension, the additional work that kind of put a hold on doing anything, was that considered in that original proposal?
No.
No, it was not. No, the system at that time was intact on that side.
At this point, I would say let's get it, the board needs to decide, okay, we're gonna move forward on irrigation of that corridor or not. And if we decide to do that, there's always a change order. We could add it to the contractor if we got good pricing, or that's just something maybe in the future we go redo that. But I guess that would be my personal feeling is let's make a decision and then move on rather than delay it and then pretty soon, well, it's time to winterize it. So, I think you get better pricing if you have a wide window to do the work. If we went without irrigation again, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. I'd have to defer to the grass growing experts, but I think it's with $3 million sitting in the pot, if the board wants to do it, we should have that discussion.
Support the idea.
I've been favorable to do it. I thought we were kind of delaying it more because of MDOT, their work, the township water main,
Yeah.
and then because we're already out. We're already committed with the design, engineer,
Yep.
irrigation design. So we might as well at least make use of that and get some real hard numbers on that.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point. Maybe because we have this roundabout project coming up on Somerton.
Yeah.
And M20 rate,
Yeah.
it's gonna impact it again.
Another monkey
So-
wrench.
Oh, that's right, they're gonna do that.
So that could be another monkey wrench, but it could be timing now,
Yeah,
where we're ready to rock
Right.
as they're,
could be
because that's a
included.
2027 project.
Yeah. So, but I think those are kind of exactly why we need to revisit that again. And maybe the answer is we hold off for a year. But I think Rodney, it makes a point, there was not a unanimous consensus one way or another at the last discussion, so I think, I know we lost a member, so that'll change the numbers somewhat, but I guess I'd like to revisit that. Just put it
Yeah,
on the agenda
definitely.
and let's
We'll
have a
put the
discussion.
information together then and
But we are mainly emphasizing on east side. Nothing is done in the west side.
Correct.
Because
Right.
there's a lot of development there, but
Yeah.
this, from the last 20 years, is neglected this area,
correct.
west.
I would characterize it as the East EDA has been around for longer, has done literally millions and millions and millions of dollars of good infrastructure projects. The West DDA is quite a bit newer, younger.
Because they neglected all the time.
Oh, no, we've done some.
The sidewalks,
The nature of
that's
the
a
needs
recent
of
project.
There's some, but to me, there's still some infrastructure that we could do there.
Yeah, and
You
the
know,
budget
and-
is getting a little healthier too
Yeah,
in the
and we're
West
getting to the
DDA.
point to do that. I don't, and back in the day before we combined forces here, we did one bond issue for all the water and sewer, initial water and sewer. And the board at that time, and I think it's pretty well held over, that we don't wanna do that again. We'll put a sinking fund, let's save up money, and then when we have money, we'll pay cash for the projects rather than trying to go out and bond them. So I think we're probably to the point where that'd be another agenda item to discuss, but
I appreciate that.
I think there's some more, and I'll just throw out my pet item is finishing Lincoln Road from M20 down to the bridge. making that a Class A road, so trucks during frost laws can turn there at Lincoln, go all the way down to Broomfield and bypass town. Right now, during weight restrictions, they have to go down high, turn on Mission, and if they're going to the south. So I think that, and then pick up on the board's pet projects, what they did with the other paving on Broomfield and on Lincoln is pave the shoulders at least, where if you can put a curb section in there where it makes sense, but as a minimum, provide some paved shoulders so people can bike. That makes that a real bikeable path. So,
And more people are using that area.
yes, absolutely. And right now, I can tell you, the paved shoulder on Lincoln Road north of the bridge is about yay wide.
It's wider than it used to be, though.
Yeah, the county is working on that, so.
But what about the, I don't want to belabor it, and this might be brought up in the discussion about the irrigation, but I'm recalling that some of that labor that we were talking about for flowers and hand watering might have been able to be lessened or even taken care of with the automated system. Am I recalling that correctly?
Oh, it was, yeah, the automated system took care of virtually all of it, and there was only a few things that had to be hand watered when the irrigation system was functioning. And the design of the replacement system was designed again to provide that automated watering wherever we possibly could.
And
Which seems like a real benefit.
yeah, that number would be very useful. I know you said you were gonna look into it, but
Yeah,
just curious how much a year we're spending. And we may be able to come up with a rate of return on that, just on the savings versus doing it.
I'd
by-
be curious what that would be.
Yes.
Because that price is not gonna go down.
No, it is not. It is not. And I don't, Pleasant Farms, Pleasant Times? Yeah. Has been doing it for a long, long time, and I don't know when they decide to not be around anymore, what Plan B is, so.
Yeah, that's another good point, yes.
So, but anyway, look forward to the discussion for sure.
We'll plan on having that for you for next month.
Okay.
I'm going to add to your report, kind of. Board of Trustees accepted the arrangement with EDA to help with the Jameson Park projects. I just, on behalf of the board, want to express gratitude. Definitely helps with some of the cost. Board of Trustees is also looking at 2% grant to also defray some of those costs. So I want to say thank you.
No, thank you for handling it the way it went. It's a win-win. But,
Very good.
And right along with that, I think we can be very, happy about the park systems that the two DDAs offer, Jameson Park and McDonald Park right here. There's a lot of people that use that locally, but that's not just limited to local people. A lot of people from around the state have come here to enjoy baseball tournaments. And it usually goes really well because things are laid out so well. And I noticed that the baseball fields are looking at further, improvements. Nice reflection on Union Township and Mount Pleasant in general.
It was nice. We drove by coming from up north on Saturday afternoon, and we decided rather than go around M20, we'd come down Pickard there. And, you drive by McDonald Park over here, and the place literally is packed. There's vehicles all over, and you've got, 4 fields, and they're all being used. And it was just good to see, when you see the kind of, a resource like that being utilized by the community is.
Yeah, being used by the public.
Yes, and very heavily, so it's a
Very much.
good program.
I had one more comment. Just going back to the M20 Somerton Road roundabout that's been thrown around. They started with the Michigan turnaround system. We opposed it. Sent them back to homework on the signal light. And then they still said the numbers didn't check out. So then we kind of settled on the roundabout. So they have the money to do it,
Where-
except.
Where are they putting it again? I've
Right there,
heard like
Somerton and Pickard,
Somerton and Pickard.
next 27
It's
season.
interesting, because I'd heard that they were gonna do the interchange, or the exit ramps.
They wanted to. They wanted to.
They wanted to,
They backed off on that.
What happened, they were going to, as part of that last project in
Yeah.
2023, they were going to. What happened was, one of the roundabouts, one in front of Home Depot, they ran into right-of-way issues. They were trying to push the roundabout into the Home Depot entranceway.
Ooh.
And it was actually to remove the Home Depot sign.
yep,
And I flagged that one and said, there's no other place for that sign.
no,
So anyway, in the end, they decided to take them out. They could not make things work out the way they wanted. And they said, well, at that time, they were talking about coming back in a few years to do this project or do some more work along 20 there to the east. And as we may revisit it then, and at this point, I understand they're not revisiting it. There's no plans to revisit that interchange.
are they still talking about doing it on Layton also? Pretty
No.
much, no, okay, so what we got?
What we got.
Good, nope, I
So-
agree.
Is one of the issues with the roundabout, or the Michigan left, is farm equipment? Does the roundabout solve that? Does that work with farm equipment?
If they're big enough.
It's all in how you.
Well, I didn't know,
Design that, basically you have a rollover curb on the center, so the farm equipment can roll over the center of it as it goes across. So it can be done, but as I said, it's all the design.
yeah, I didn't know if they had designed it for that yet.
They haven't-
They're not that
they're
far.
not that
It's just
far.
conceptual at this point.
It's all
Okay.
conceptual.
Yeah, there's a lot of big.
A little bit easier for me to walk to
pipelines in
Yeah,
Starbucks.
there is.
Yep, they're aware of that.
Yeah,
But the way they want to pull this off, they're doing everything but the landscaping in the final restoration. But maybe, I know they're approaching the tribe to pick up landscaping in the township. So maybe that could be something that.
'Cause that
DDA,
is-
could be a
yeah.
trustee, could be a
Yeah.
tribe, maybe we could split that three
yeah,
ways.
that could be, yeah, I mean,
I think
This-
that's,
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes-
think about it, that's
And
the
then
first
there-
entrance in the community.
Yeah,
the township.
I-
You certainly wanna make that look good.
yeah, no, I would be in support of pitching in on that.
Which includes annual maintenance on that then too. So-
We're already in the annual
Well, I
maintenance
know,
business.
but it's a new section now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Empire
the
building.
DDA, we fund landscaping, restoration, irrigation, maybe that could give us a little leverage on getting our irrigation mains in there
Yeah,
right away
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's true.
something to
Good
think
point.
about.
No,
But that's food for thought, that's probably gonna be coming down the pike pretty quick.
that's interesting. Then the concept would be is put more traffic on the Somerton then.
Well, it's all about safety. Right now, it's the turning movements on Somerton where the accidents
Yeah.
are happening.
Yeah, no.
And so it's all about
True.
creating a safe
So-
turning movements for folks that are wanting to go north and south.
So the alternative is putting up traffic lights, which nobody wants to do.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we were favorable, but just MDOT doesn't believe in traffic light. They
Yeah,
wanted the
they're-
Michigan loon.
Oh, yeah,
but
no,
then
no,
I know
no.
the tribe, we didn't want it, it's because
Yeah.
that just, you'd have no Somerton north-south.
Yeah,
Right. And the Michigan left really causes problems for
Yeah.
the heavy equipment.
yeah.
But then as part of that or that loon, or the roundabout construction, they're going quite a ways on both directions on 20, rebuilding
Yep.
that, so like, here we go again, it's like
Yeah.
tearing up everything.
Yeah, maybe, but again.
But it's
those
gonna
are-
be new, it's gotta be done.
But that's, those are all great points, make for a nice, good discussion.
Well, thank you.
Right,
So
thank
with
you.
that,
Thanks, Rodney.
anything else? Hearing nothing, let's call the meeting adjourned at 5:06.
Good.